This is Dustin Brett. He's a software engineer based in Vancouver working for Microsoft, and in the last 4 years he has been working on something that I believe is truly amazing. So let's take a look at what it is and let me try to guide you to it. So this video was released some days ago and it's titled I spent 4 years building an OS in the browser. And in fact this hints back to something that's called the daedalOS. And I need to show this to you guys. It's really amazing, but first things first, you can find the project here on GitHub. And of course there is also a full readme. You want to go there, read all the things, and you might as well want to watch Dustin's videos because he's doing a very extensive tours on his OS. And yes, it's actually an OS, but you know what? Let me cut to the chase and directly show you. So when you open Dustin Brett on your web browser, and I'm using, by the way, Firefox right now, you're gonna get this view. And it really looks like a standard operating system, but I was blown away by the so many features that this thing has. Some even are not existing in my Windows, and I do use the Windows 11 build. Let me start fresh here. I just recycled my browser. I'm just gonna type dustinbrett.com and boom, we are here in daedalOS. And by the way, not that you would know, everything I've been doing so far is already saved here. So every time I go back, you know, using my computer, my session, it's just there, everything is there. Right, let me start with the thing. So what you see on the screen really looks like a Windows OS, the GUID list, and we've seen a lot of this online, but this thing is so powerful. So I can apparently click on my PC, right? And this is the first thing, guys. A very standard file explorer is going to open, and you have options like the detail view. By the way, this thing all runs on the web page. It's nothing really locally on my PC. So I can apparently click here and get the icon view. All right, so we have program files. We have so many things I want to share with you in this video. All right, for example, if I click on a file, guys, I can just go and click properties, and it really looks like a Windows. But again, just every time think of this, like this is really something that Dustin did over the course of the last 4 years. It's publicly shared on GitHub. You can go and check the code. And although it really looks like a Windows, it all runs on his website. So this is his personal website. By the way, also nominated, I do believe, twice for Webby Awards. So if you can go and vote and support him, I do believe that he truly deserves to get a bit more spotlight because his work is just amazing. So let's say that I'm right now on this folder. I can click on the users, apparently public, and public will give me also access to documents, right, to the desktop. Let me show you something, guys. I'm gonna click here on the desktop, and again, think of this, everything happens on the browser. And I'm going to use a test folder, all right? So now we have a test folder. So if I click on the desktop here, right, you're gonna see we have a test folder here. Something that really blew my mind, guys. If you click here, of course, you're gonna have the start button with some nice things I would like to show to you. We have also the search button. I mean, how crazy is this? Everything really runs on the back end here, and we can just use this through a web browser. And by the way, I tried this out on my phone. You can directly open this on your phone. It's crazy, guys. I wanted to share this with you. I'm really so excited because it's not so often that we see things like this, or at least myself. All right, so if I go here, guys, apparently I can open the browser. So we just have a real browser implementation. And something that I kind of like, if I type here, right, dustinbrett.com, I can cycle the OS to the OS. And yeah, like Inception. I've watched some of Dustin's video. He talks about this. This is really fancy and really cool, but it's not what I wanted to show you guys. If I type localhost here, all right, I'm going to get like a directory view, and it's a real thing. Like I was like thinking, yeah, maybe this is not the real thing. No, it's absolutely real, because from here I can go to users, right, public, and if I go to the desktop, right, you're gonna see the test folder I created. I mean, how cool is that? But I'm going to show you more things later on. Now, what we see on the background is a nice wallpaper. We can right-click background and then choose from several. So we have the coastal landscape. Beautiful, by the way. All right, let me demo the other one. We have Excels. Okay. Then we have something called the Matrix 2D. And this is cool. I want to show this to you guys. This is the Matrix 2D. So now let's just go back in the browser. All right, I'm just going to go again and open it from here. All right, pay attention, guys. In my regular daedalOS, the code flows from top to bottom. But when you open the Inception version from here, it's vice versa. And this doesn't only happen here. Let me show you. I can go and also choose Matrix 3D. Now we can see that the code comes from there to me. What happens if I recycle the Dustin Bread daedalOS in my other browser, it's vice versa. It's absolutely crazy, and I'm only showing this because it does matters, like very small little things. I do believe, yeah, a lot of time has been put into this project to just make a lot of those things really work, and they work flawless. Okay, now let me show you. This is very cool. If I click Wonder Waves, right? If I go one more time on the background and click it again, we're gonna get this like a grid view. By the way, this Inception thing, I only tested it, I think, to like up to 5, but it does really work. So you can cycle the OS from the OS from the OS from the browser in the browser, and I think it's just nuts. Let's explore what we have in the public folder. If I go in the public folder, right, besides the desktop, where I put some things already that I'm gonna show later, we have documents, we have blog posts, this images, flash files, games, Winamp skins. I'm gonna show all of that. You can, by the way, click the blog post because I think Dustin did 50 countries before 30, so he documented all of this on his YouTube channel. By the way, go and subscribe to his channel. I do believe that this is awesome content, guys. It's so genuine, it's so authentic, and I really believe he deserves a sub. Right, we have some icons, by the way, also neatly documented, and just pay attention the way those icons are rendered, guys. And it's not only this, there are so many things I would like to share with you and show through this video, so make sure to watch the whole of it. Right, so more icons here. Okay, here we have some music, right, then we have some pictures, right, wedding, Dustin, Halloween, tattoos, snapshots. This is very interesting, I'll promise. So yes, we have also videos. Now I can go back on my desktop, I can click capture screen. From here, I can choose daedalOS, the 5.0 version, and guys, now I'm actually creating a video, like it's a recorded video from what I'm doing here. I can move things around. All right, if I stop it, all right, it's gonna be here. So let me now close this one. Click screen capture. You see, this is amazing. All right, it's really amazing. I can close this. I can now click here, guys. All right, and I can set this as a background. So you can see now, I'm using this video I just recorded on the daedalOS as my background. And if I don't like it, of course, I can always click here. All right, click background and go back to the Wonder Waves. Not only this, guys, this is insane. Just take a look here. I'm gonna press the right button here. Right, so set as a background works. We have archiving options. So apparently I can decide to archive that, and you can see that an archive is going to be produced. So fully support zip. I do believe also tar files. Next, I can go and I can download it to my desktop if I want to, but I promise there are way more cooler functions than this. Convert to. So you see that the original recording is a WebM file. So now I can right click it. All right, convert, and why not do a GIF? And there it is. I have my GIF file, and it's an animated GIF. I mean, how cool would it be to have those things, for example, in Windows, right? So it's just so powerful. If you want to check the README file for the project, you can visit the GitHub site. There is plenty of things that you can check here. By the way, all the standard keyboard shortcuts work, like Control-C for copy it and V for paste, X. For example, I can go here, that's my test folder, I have a PNG icon, I can press Control-X and Control-V, it's gonna move it around. And I'm not sure, guys, if you know how much this really means to just be able to implement this in a web browser. It's just crazy. So now I can just go Control-C, Control-V and put it on my desktop. And now I wanna show you something cool, guys. This here is a PNG file, right? And you can see it's transparent. And of course, I can open it and show to you that it's transparent. If I click, right, I can as well convert it to a JPEG file. And of course, the conversion is so quick. And you can see this now is a JPEG file, doesn't have a transparent background. And the best part is that's probably just 10% from what daedalOS can do. Let me create a brand new folder. daedalOS test, okay. So now you see this folder is an empty one. So this is the folder I just created, and I'm gonna open now a folder on my PC locally. It's not on Dustin's website. So what I can do right now, guys, I can just take a file, just drag and drop it from my desktop directly here. And not only this, you can see I can do this with multiple files. It works so quick. We have full support for drag and drop, internal and external, and I really love it. Now let's go back on the daedalOS, guys. I have loaded here a video to show you how it works. This video is, by the way, even not on my PC, it's on my local area network. It's on my NAS drive, the network that's stored. So I can just take it from here and you can see, right? This is not a small video. We have a full dialogue. And now, right, it's 200 megabytes. I can right click, show you. We have the properties exactly when the file was created. And remember the web browser view. If I go from the web browser and I type here localhost, All right. I can go to the users, to the public folder, to the desktop, and daedalOS test. We now have my video I just created shown here as a directory view. Simply amazing. You try to play it, try to set it on the desktop as a wallpaper. This is just stunning. Let me show you something else. All right, this here is Minesweeper for Windows XP. So let me just put it here on my main desktop. So right click, I can extract it here. By the way, 7Z, GZ, WAR, TAR, like you can also try to mount ISO files. It's crazy, guys. Okay, so now, guys, we have a folder that is called the Minesweeper. And this is, for Windows XP, is an executable exe file. What happens when I click it? All right, see? A Boxwine wine emulator is going to start, right, emulating Windows, and I can play in Minesweeper. And speaking about emulators, this thing is just going crazy. If I click here on the taskbar, I can go to emulators. So we have Boxwine, we have JS emulator, JS-DOS, Raffle. It's also emulating Virtual x86, and it's really insane. It means you can also go and load up NES games and whatever your favorite ROMs are. Most probably there is a high chance that they're gonna be supported. There is a folder called Games. And right now I can start Skeet, another very old DOS game. Everything plays, absolutely works. So I can close this and I can go now to ROMs. And I can show you really some NES games, right, that you can just load up with proper sound. And for those one, you can also resize them, guys. So you can go and have them in big screen, press game start, pause it, play it. And now I want to show you something that is really cool, guys. So let's start the Mega Qbert. The game is going to start. I'm going to play it. Let's say I don't want to play it anymore. I will close the game. Let me show you some more games. I'm going to press the classic conch. This is an SMC file. By the way, stereo sounds as well included here. All right. Now let's say I don't want to play the game. I'm just going to click, boom, quit the game. Now, this is just so cool, guys. I'm going to go back in the public folder. There is a folder called Snapshots. This will save the game save state with the emulators that does support it. And next time you should be able to relaunch it. Now, I was not able to do so. Maybe I'm not doing something right. And sometimes, of course, there are some bugs, like really Dustin is trying to fix this as he goes. He probably commits every day to make this OS work better. But you can just get a good understanding of what is happening here. All right, so many emulators you can directly run in daedalOS directly on web browser. So if I go to the DOS bundles, guys, this is where things go crazy, because here you can recognize we have many of the games. And yes, we do have a Doom icon, so I can just click on Doom, start Doom, play Doom with sounds. All right, let me demonstrate a bit. I can, of course, go full screen, and the performance is not good, by the way. Okay, so you see how it works? Right, we have Raptor. Okay, let's start Raptor. I mean, if you have been a kid of the 90s, you most probably remember some of those games. And I'm playing this, by the way, with my mouse. Such a great game. Now let's try Wolfenstein 3D. All right, you can select if you want to play with mouse or with the joystick. Sound is there, these beautiful MIDI sounds. All right, let's go for the full screen here. Yes, the sound of the childhood, guys. And if you never played this game, just go and play it. Like, this game is really almost the father of the modern 3D shooter games. All right, after Doom, of course. I'll just go here. Oh my God. Let's go back to the emulators and let's start Boxwine. I just want to start Wine so that you can see that you can emulate Windows just so crazy directly here within the daedalOS, guys. Let's check the ver. Yes. Microsoft Windows 5.1. You can use Boxwine to emulate 16 or 32-bit Windows application. Okay, then guys, we have the emulator JS, so you can see it emulates N64, NDS, NES. You can play console game ROMs. JS-DOS, it's a DOS emulator that I just shown to you. It's very powerful. All right, enough about this. I want to share something else that is cool. This here is the taskbar. We do have here a clock with all these nice effects when you're going through. By the way, something that I found out watching his video, when you go on the 26th of November, boom, you're gonna have an Eastern egg. And also, guys, if you click 7 times on the calendar, all right, one more, I guess, there's gonna be a ship walking somewhere around the home screen. Okay, so start button, right? You can see here we have videos, and you can directly go to the videos, or let's say we have pictures. and you can just explore some of the nice things that are shared here already by Dustin. Like there is a travel folder, and you can go and check some of the countries, like for example Jordan, Laos, Indonesia, photos of Dustin. It's really incredible what you can do with daedalOS. Okay, here we have the documents. When you click on documents, you're gonna get to the documents folder. Up here, we're gonna have all the applications, the emulators that I just shown, you know, the games. Chrome Dino, like he also implemented Chrome Dino within his browser. This is the game that you get when you're using Chrome and you don't have any internet connection, and this works. And of course, I probably suck at it, but you can see it's very powerful. So of course, not only emulated games. If you click on games, we have Classic Cube. If you are a Minecraft person, you can play with 59 FPS. I mean, if you just want to have an occasional Minecraft session, just open your daedalOS, and those things, they do work instantaneously in daedalOS. Okay, we have Commander Keen. If you don't know what it is, you can probably go and explore. It's another very good classic game, by id Software, right? DX Ball. We have Quake 3 Arena, guys. I can launch all these games and have a very nice workable multitasking, by the way. And of course, again, probably suck at this game as well. Also, being able to play this with the mouse and with the keyboard if I want. And remember, if I go to the public, to the snapshot, I'm gonna have here also my save state loaded. The next thing on the taskbar is a search box. So let's just type in Japan. We're gonna get all the folders. Let me show you something cool. I'm gonna click on the desktop and I'm gonna create a new rich text document. Okay, so let's just try to put test VST. I'm going to now rename it to VST. Okay, so I'm just gonna test it right now. If I go inside and type VST, you see, it will find the exact file I just created seconds ago. And this is just so cool, guys. When you hover on the files, you get also information, type, size. I mean, I'm not sure if you realize, but this really happens inside the browser. And this is why this thing is really so cool. And it's a project that Dustin is running since 4 years. So it's getting better and better, guys. I checked some of the initial videos of the project. For example, when he launched daedalOS, we only had the icon view, but now he implemented this very detailed view and you can just switch from it. And this is so insane. All right, let me show you something that is really cool. If I type here terminal, right, this is going to be, like CMD prompt in a standard Windows. So we have here the terminal, all right? I can press ver, this is the version. If you type help, you're gonna see all the commands that you can do with this thing. And I wanna show you some stuff that are cool. If I hit weather, I'm gonna get my weather. And this is not, Dustin's weather, it's the weather that I am located, in a very nice ASCII thing here. We have uptime, you can see uptime as well. And something that is very cool, if I type neofetch, I'm going to get system information. It's the daedalOS, the host is running on a Windows 10 AMD 64 machine. So all of this happens on his server or machine, I guess. This is just insane. And by the way, you can see you have plenty of tools here, and we have also network tools. So let's try to nslookup google.com, for example, proper networking tools. And you can check Justin videos on how he implemented this if you're interested, because I do believe that might be interesting if you're a programmer or developer. All right, I have the task list, right, all the tasks. And of course, I do have also ship. So if I click ship, like a ship is going to be generated and it's going to appear here. This is just so insane, guys. And I probably only covered 30%. For a full insight, you should go and check Dustin's videos. But I want to show some more things. Okay, so I created a folder called Python. All right, so let me just open this. We have a Monaco editor that will just display the code so beautifully. I'm no developer, but at least I know how to read some beautiful code. All right, so what this will do is return the P. When I click the sample P, guys, it's going to run the terminal and it's going to actually run through the Python code and give me the end result. Amazing, right? So Python interpreter there. Let's check the other example. All right, this time I'm going to open Vim. Yes, we do have a Vim editor as well. So this is going to give a Fibonacci number. I'm going to click it, boom, 21. All right, as simple as this. CLS also works like a regular terminal. Let's check some more cool things. There is something called the web amp. All right, so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go inside my local folder, guys. So this is an MP3 file on my desktop. I'm just going to drag and drop it here. Okay, now it's in daedalOS. If I click it, no wonder music is gonna start. It's a web amp. Now I can go from here. I can use also visualization. This is just insane. Click here and also show you the skin, so I can go and choose the artifact. Something else that is very cool, I can now minimize this. If I go here and hover, right, I will see a live preview. And from here, I can also play or pause the music. Okay, and something now that I believe is really cool, guys. Let me open Winamp. So remember, I just changed the skin to artifacts. So I'm just going to close Winamp. I just re-enter the OS. Let's start the player. Yeah, it remembered the setting that I used on the web amp. OMG, this is really, it's really insane, guys. I have to tell you, I'm having great fun just showing you around. All right, there are more stuff here. So we do have a proper paint. Okay, so this is the paint. You can use the paint, create all the shapes and fill them in. By the way, this thing also supports HAC, HAF, and I like the way it works. Like it also shows you a preview on the icon. So I can open HEIF files. We do have RC. This is a proper RC client. All right, let's try to connect Libera chat. I'm gonna retrieve the list. This is working right now in real time. So, okay, let's just join the Python channel. If you want, you can go and chat with the guys. We have something called stable diffusion, and this should be able to generate some pics using AI. It doesn't work right now, no web GPU support. We do have also a messenger that he implemented, so you can go and actually use this to message him. But as he said in his videos, he's getting too much of a spam right now, so if you want to communicate with him, better just send him an email. You can open MarkD to get the credits and see how many things he really used, from the community to build this from scratch with the help of so many others. This is just so great. Like all the tools that are used here, interconnected, just amazing. Something that is very cool if you're a developer, I guess. This is the DevTools, from where you can just go and do some inspections and see like CSS code and all the elements and the way they work. Now let's go to the public folder, and I'm gonna click Documents, guys. There is something called This Images. All right, this is gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna click the Colibri. All right, I'm gonna run an x86 emulation and hopefully start Colibri. We have to wait a bit, like 10-15 seconds, but see here, guys, I now have Colibri OS emulated within daedalOS. Yeah, what can I tell you, guys? I can go inside, click, let's start a 3D demo. Everything works. This is just so insane, guys. I'm emulating Colibri OS within daedalOS. There is an OS that runs directly on my web browser. I can run Tetris within Colibri OS. Of course, we have Minesweeper as well. We have various tools. Just imagine I'm running an OS within the daedalOS that is actually running on my browser. Just this alone is absolutely stunning. Let me show you something cool. I downloaded some Koi test images, quite okay image. They are now on my desktop. So again, I'm just gonna drag and drop them here. All right, from here I can of course go extract them all. And now, yeah, I should be able to see Koi files. This is just nuts. All right, let's open this one. Why am I showing this? Because the daedalOS supports not only HEIC or like high efficiency images, whatever, JPEG, XL, Koi files, and also TIFF files, guys. And yes, we do have a PDF viewer as well. And this is something that he created. So if we go to public, all right, let's go to documents. All right, there is here a PDF file. This is actually Dustin's resume. If you want to go, we can check out his resume. This is using a PDF viewer that he created. Oh, by the way, did I show this? All the windows nicely animated when you just minimize them or maximize them or even just close them. Guys, this is impressive. My advice is just go use your phone or your PC, open a browser, just type dustinbread.com and then just give daedalOS a chance on your own and see how great it is. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Go visit Dustin Bread's channel on YouTube. The full tours, he can really show some way cooler stuff that I was able to do in this video. And I really hope that you have liked this video and Dustin's work. Thank you so much for watching. VST over and bye.